Yeah, you had just escaped Barovia.
Barovia, right.
Barovia. You're right. Few adventurers manage. Successfully escaped Barovia. Kind of ditched a team of Vistani travelers that helped you escape, right?
Right.
But anyways, so that was a bit of a bloody affair.
Right, because they didn't survive and end up like me and Elaine and Van.
Yeah, Van Hammer, you, Zeeling, finally escaped from Barovia.
Right.
On a wagon, which you acquired from the Vistani travelers. We have our new custom Van Hammer.
Yeah.
Van Hammer there. Let's see, you guys had just escaped. You, Zeeling, as you recall, had been bitten once by Strahd.
Right.
Or, no, by Edvard, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
By Edvard, who had been turned into a vampire. Also, you have your elephant with you, right? I believe your elephant also is there.
Right.
In the wagon, and you've just escaped. You can see from where you are, down the hills, down the road a bit, is Trade Way, the main road that runs up and down the Sword Coast.
Okay.
Pardon me, where all of your excursions have taken place. As you come down out of the mountains, Van Hammer hollers out to you. He says, "My liege, to the south I see Trade Way leading to Baldur's Gate. We must be."
So it's from here to here?
No, you guys were somewhere. We're never really exactly sure geographically.
Okay.
Says Van Hammer. He says, legend has it that it's never exactly quite clear geographically where Ravenloft is.
Okay.
Although we seem to have escaped Barovia and exited on Trade Way, near Trade Way, north of Baldur's Gate.
Mm.
So here's Baldur's Gate down here, rather famous city. He's explaining to you. He's saying there to the south, I can see the shining lights of Baldur's Gate, one of the largest cities in all of the north. Mm-hmm. And that would mean that to the north, up here, would be the way in. And Daggerford, somewhere between where we would be now and Daggerford is Tonic's, which has sort of served as a home base for you.
Okay.
The wagon seems stable so far. Zeeling is resting. You know, she's only been at half strength ever since she was bitten by the vampire.
Oh, so maybe I should give her some stuff to heal her up.
What do you got? What do you got?
I got the red bottle and the bottle.
Oh, you have a potion of healing?
Yes.
Well, she's at full strength. She's fully healed.
Okay.
But she's still suffering. She's at a weakened state due to having been bitten by a vampire.
Yeah. Okay.
For that she'll need more extensive medical services, says Van Hammer.
Okay.
Perhaps we can arrange for those when we get back to Tommy's or somewhere else along the way. Okay. Or certainly her people at Goldenfields would know how to attend to her. A quick sidebar for viewers. This is actually the Zeeling that you may have heard of elsewhere, and she's sort of a cameo character here. Has been for some time and is a member of the party. However, she was bitten by Edvard, right, the vampire in Barovia. Okay, so you guys are heading down toward the road. You get down to the road, and you see again. Van Hammer points out. He says, "My liege, we've made it to Trade Way, the main road running north and south, up and down the Sword Coast, and we could continue south to Baldur's Gate, or which is probably about 2 days' travel."
Where is the Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate is about 2 days' travel to the south.
Okay.
To the north, if we continue to the north, we will eventually reach Daggerford, but that's about 3 days' travel. Somewhere to the north, I believe, is Tonic's. I've always had difficulty locating it, but Zeeling can help us find it.
That was north?
That is to the north on Trade Way, this main road.
Okay, north. And what's the Trade Way have?
Trade Way is this road. This is a very, he pulls out his local map, which is a crudely drawn illustration Actually, it's a fine retro gaming relic. Yes, viewers, this is the original Forgotten Realms map from 1987. From the
I have a map here.
boxed set. Oh, your map. You have your own map. So you will pull out your own map.
Yeah, I remember I bought a map.
Oh, there it is, right there.
Early,
You have
yeah.
a. Oh, yeah, it's a general area map. It's a little bit less detailed than this one. But yeah, that's approximate. That's what approximately the same area. You see where it says LM right there on your map. The player has a small map as well, and where it says LM, that's the Lizard Marsh right here.
Okay.
The famous lizard. Van Hammer takes a look at your smaller map and he says, "Ah, yes, I recognize this as a locally drawn map. You can find these around pretty commonly." And yes, so he orientates himself according to the map by the Lizard Marsh right here.
Yeah.
We believed when we originally, he recounts originally when Zeeling approached me. Pardon me, when Zeeling approached me and told me of her plan to track down Auntie Slipskin, we believed her to be hiding out in the Lizard Marsh.
Yeah.
But as you recall, White Raven left the party in Barovia to go try and track down where she may have moved to, because she had word that Auntie Slipskin had heard that her plan to have your party killed in the death house had failed.
Yeah.
She was now on the wrong side of Strahd, right?
Yeah.
Strahd von.
Yeah.
Right, Barovich, and that she had to pick up and move. So she has moved her camp, and White Raven headed off to or to gather information from her sources. We believe that she will be waiting at Tommy Tonic's for us to meet.
I see.
Yeah.
So she'll fine then.
To the north, to Tommy Tonic's then.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so waya! So you whip the horses into shape, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to travel north. Although actually, I'm going to show the wagon backwards.
Yeah.
So that the camera can see the characters. Although I think it's a pretty crappy view, anyways. Okay, so you guys are traveling north. This is going to take about a day, by the way.
Okay.
So there's some stuff you can do between now and then.
Yeah.
If you would like. For one thing, Van Hammer points out that there are a bunch of supplies and other materials in the wagon.
Okay.
You remember this wagon was one of the 3 wagons pulled by the Vistani.
Yes.
On your escape to Barovia.
Yeah.
The only of the 3 wagons to survive, of course, because the other 2 were all destroyed during the escape or lost.
Yeah.
Otherwise, however, some of those supplies remain in this wagon. He points that out and suggests that you might look through those a little bit.
Okay.
Also, you might take the time, since it's a few hours, you might take the time to look through your own inventory and see if maybe you need to swap things around or whatever. I believe you got some, didn't you get some new armor recently? You found some armor, it was like +2 or something?
Yeah.
Are you gonna, I can't remember what it was, I'm serious, I actually don't know what it is. So if you have it, you should this is just a good time, if there's anything that you want to put on or change, you got a couple of hours, on the travel.
Change with whom?
With yourself or whoever, anything you want to do, you got a couple of hours travel here.
Okay. Or I can just dump it, right? Or
Yeah.
I can also carry it. Why,
No, it's not that. It's here. Let me see your character stuff. Isn't there inventory? It's in Chinese. That's okay. That's good. It should be, I guess.
No, I have a 9 gold piece and then rope of 30 feet.
Oh God, she's going to read me her whole inventory. Okay. I'm saying, didn't you recently pick up some armor?
No,
It was some sort of vest with a plus something. I just remember vaguely.
No, I didn't.
All right, I just want to make sure you have every chance.
Yeah, maybe I do. Hold on.
I'm giving her every chance here.
Oh, I might have something.
Do you want to rest? Maybe you can put someone else in charge of the horses for a while and you can rest. That will restore all of your spells.
Yeah. That would be a good idea.
Okay, good. So you're going to swap.
Yeah.
So you put Van Hammer in charge of and Zeeling's going to remain resting. That way she'll be able to at least help out, if something happens. In case something happens, my God, goodness forbid, something should happen.
No, I got a ring. of an animal.
Yeah, you have a ring. Okay, you're wearing a ring of animal. You recently acquired a ring of animal. Let me see that, please.
Yes.
What is it? It's a ring of animal influence. 3 times per day you can cast animal friendship, speak with animals, or make an animal afraid.
Right.
Assuming they fail a DC 13 save. You have sneak attack recently. Oh, there's Van Hammer's card.
Right.
Didn't you have some goodies that you got recently?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you have every opportunity to. All right. Well, you do get an opportunity for a long rest. We're going to say it takes a little longer. And Van Hammer drives slower than you do. So, because he's like old and he's like really. He's all like he's driving in the fast lane but going like really, really slow.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And he's listening to AM. He's listening to AM radio. Okay, so you get a full rest, so all your spells are restored.
Right, right.
All right, and your health, set your health back to normal.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah, set your health back to normal.
Okay.
After about an hour and a half of travel, you feel Van Hammer jostling you on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. It's gotten a bit darker now, but it's not quite nighttime yet. It's approaching dusk. That's pretty big. It's approaching dusk. You guys are about halfway. About halfway there, Van Hammer jostles your shoulder, and he says, "My liege, wake up." As you wake up, you realize the horses aren't moving, and you guys are just sitting on the side of the road. There's a guy there.
Why the horse is not moving?
You wake up in a bad mood, my liege.
Oh, okay.
I note. I heard you were a grumpy sort when you wake up. He says, "My liege, I'm sorry to awaken you, but we've been met by a courier from the far realms. A courier from Clan Haleybop. He has a message for you. It's sealed. I didn't think that I should read it for you."
Yeah, please read it for me.
Oh, okay. And sitting there on a horse is a really impressive dwarf paladin, and he bears the crest of the Haleybop clan, and he's riding on an appropriately sized horse. He has a small pouch that's sealed, and it has a red seal on it, apparently for you. And a bag. He's got a larger bag too. He hands you the pouch first. And you open the pouch?
Yeah, open it.
You open it. I'll read it for you. You open the pouch, and inside there's a note written in elaborate handwriting, in elaborate cursive. It says, "My dear, please use this bow in your fight against evil. It was your grandmother's, and she was an ass kicker too. Remember, your name carries weight in these realms. We honor and love you, your parents."
So it's from my parents?
Yes, it's from your parents. Shall I read it again?
Yes,
says
please.
The courier.
Yes.
He says, "Please use this bow in your fight against evil. It was your grandmother's, and she was an ass kicker too.
Okay.
Remember, the Haleybop name carries weight in these realms. We honor and love you, your parents." It's nice. They're not judgmental or anything. They just keep their distance and they let you do what you like, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And he hands you the bag. And in the bag, you pull out the bag, and there's a bow in there. I have a picture for you. I'll find the picture.
Okay.
Inside, you find a bow, and it's engraven with a name. It says, "Nanny Bop's Convincer."
Huh. Okay.
Nanny Bop's Convincer. And the name Convincer on it is all engraved in gold lettering, and you gather that it's kind of a inside joke that it convinces people, right?
Yeah, Convincer.
Yeah, it's called the Convincer.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful weapon you've ever seen.
I see.
Yeah, I doubt the audience can see it. It will be blurred out or whatever if you show it on it. Yeah, it'll be too bright if you show it on the screen. But you can point it at the camera, but I'm sure it'll be too bright anyways.
Yeah.
But it's a very nice, elaborate bow made by a dwarven craftsmanship. Along with it is a little card that has some like historical information on it. It says, the card says, "Carved from the collarbone of an ogre Nanny put down and decorated in gold by an elven friend of the family. It has a +2 to hit and does 1d8 plus 4 damage. It's written down there.
Yes.
Also, when this bow is used to hit an ogre, you've never met an ogre actually, but apparently Nanny Haleybop hated ogres. Right? This is your great-grandmother, by the way. So Nanny Haleybop hated ogres, which is a particular kind of monster you've never met.
Okay.
But if you do hit an ogre with this bow, they have to roll 13 or better on a d20 or they become frightened.
Oh, okay. What's the ogre?
Ogre?
What
Well,
color?
you've never met one, but they used to be very common. Van Hammer reads the card and he says, "Ah, yes, ogres. I can't believe we haven't run into any yet." They used to be a lot more common. So I imagine 100 years ago, well, dwarf lifetimes are long, right? So your grandmother would have been a very long time ago, 200 years ago, right? So 200 years ago, absolutely, ogres were a lot more common, especially in these heavily populated areas of the Sword Coast. These have been mostly cleared and very civilized. You find smaller things here. Out here in the wilds, like in the far hills and off in the savage north, further north of this map, things get a lot less civilized. You might run into ogres.
Okay, so my grandmother has using this bow fight with ogre.
With ogres, yes. It's made from an ogre's. It's made from an ogre's bone. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah.
Ogre is a.
It's a big beast. It's a big monstrous beast.
Okay.
Van Hammer says, "Well, I can't believe you've never met an ogre, my liege, but you are, for a dwarf, relatively young. With any luck, you'll never meet one."
So what happened? Like ogre, is he die or missing arm or whatever?
Yeah, she killed it, and she apparently used its bone to make this.
Oh, I see.
This bow.
So this is ogre's bone.
Ogre bow bone. Ogre bone bow.
Okay.
She called it the convincer.
Is there any magic power? This bone?
Look at the card again. If you, Van Hammer looks at the card and reads it very closely, he says apparently if you hit an ogre with an arrow fired from this bow, there's a very good chance that they may become afraid.
Okay.
Which means they'll have a disadvantage and crap like that.
Okay. Got it.
They'll miss their first move and they'll have disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So, in other words, this bow hates ogres.
Oh, I see. Okay. So ogre is a species. Not just a one person.
Yeah, no, it's one particular type of monster.
Okay,
It's a species of monster.
Okay, got you. All right. Okay.
He says, "Wow, I'm surprised you've never run across an ogre, but
oh no."
Because come to think of it, we have never run into an ogre so far in our travels. We've run into werewolves, bears, giant snakes, rats.
Yeah.
Rat snorms.
It's kind of like a
animated armor.
Natural animal.
Yeah, well, animated armor,
Right.
ghost, gas, shambling mound. Just
Yeah.
about everything except for so far everything except for an ogre.
Okay.
I don't use the typical stuff much.
Right. Okay. So, I think everyone is kind of relaxing now. Let's.
Are you going to tip the courier is standing there looking
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay,
He clears his
I
throat.
am going to give him a 1 gold. 1 gold.
1 gold.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, my liege.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
I will ride double quick back to the Haleybop clan. Is there a message you wish me to deliver to them? And he stands ready to take a message back to your family.
Just told them I'm doing great. If I have a chance, I go back to visit them, but probably I will be out for a while. That's it.
Very well. A while for a dwarf can be a long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They live like 250, 300 years. So
Yeah.
a while could be like, I'll be back soon in 30 years.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
then you, do you guys want to switch back positions? Maybe,
Sure, yeah.
Maybe Van Hammer can rest and he'll get all his
Okay.
numbers back.
So I'm going to drive.
You guys switch positions again.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm driving.
Which one are you? Yeah, you're this one. Okay, you guys switch positions again. You're driving backwards so that the camera can see. Okay. you guys switch. I do have the other half of this map, but you guys are only going as far as just past the way in, I think.
Okay.
On here.
Oh, way in.
So,
There's an inn. All right.
Yeah, there is an inn called the Way Inn, but that's not
Okay.
where Tommy Tonic's is. It's
Okay.
off the beaten path.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a private place. You know, you got to know where it is.
Okay.
Van Hammer says as he pardon me, as he drifts off to sleep, and he's going to take a nap for a couple of hours.
Okay. Then we continue to drive.
Okay, you go, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did you, by the way, were you wanting to look through any of the supplies here or anything like? Because there's all these packages in.
Yeah. So I like to take a
Well,
look.
you're busy driving. I could say that maybe you pull one out.
No. How about this?
And
How
maybe
about I'm continue to drive? I'm going to take a break in the inn here.
At the
Way
inn?
Yeah, and then we can take a look.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drive a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And do me a favor, roll a d20 for me.
D20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 7.
And she got a 7. Okay. Cool. Oh, incidentally, you have a break in about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
That you have to do a break?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, 10 minutes.
Okay. So it's starting to get a little bit darker. Looks like there's maybe about an hour, about a half hour of sunlight left.
Yeah.
A little bit down your ride is mostly uneventful, and then about maybe half a mile or 2 miles away, because of your dwarven sight, you have very good vision, of course. You spot about a mile or 2 miles away. You spot some fires. There's like some campfires, and there's actually a crowd of very short people, maybe some sort of short creatures, all arrayed across the road. A very large crowd, maybe 100 or 200 of them. Off in the distance, in some crowds, some fires, like campfires. Some of them are carrying torches and stuff, and you can hear some sort of yelling and chanting off over there. You also see off to the side from this main group, you see another small camp that actually looks like a very organized camp of a couple of 2 tents. You can see from a distance, and some people gathering and organizing around there in armor with weapons and stuff.
Are they
Some
in
of
the
them
same
humans.
Group? Are they same group?
Some of them humans, yeah. It looks like a party of adventurers in a tent off to one side, and then a completely different group that's kind of blocking the road, like a crowd of these little critters as you're getting closer. You want to do anything like wake Van Hammer up or something?
Yeah. Just wake him up.
Okay, so you shake Van Hammer. You say, hey, on point, right?
Yeah.
Something's up. He wakes up and he's okay, and he clears the sleep out of his eyes. He's watching. Are you guys? Maybe you slow the horses down. Do you want to? Anything else? I mean, you could like stop and get out, maybe scout ahead or something. They're about 500 yards away. You're still
away
driving.
from the inn, right? Or
we don't know. It's getting darker, but
Okay.
the road is blocked by this crowd of small humanoids.
I wonder, like, should we check it out? It's getting dark.
He says, I always advise caution, my lady.
Then
You
let's
should be
move
caution
up.
first. Well, they are blocking the road, but I suggest
I
maybe
see.
we take a look first.
Sure, let's take a look.
Okay, so you're going to stop the horses?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so you stop the horses. They sound just like Van Hammer when he wakes up.
Uh.
You stop the horses, and you're going to, like, what are you going to do with the wagon? You gonna pull the wagon over to the side or something?
Well,
tell me what you do.
Okay, I'm going to pull the wagon on
We're
the
not
side.
in combat or anything, just tell me what you want to
I'm
do.
going to pull on the side, and then personally, I'm get down the wagon. And
Okay, you get out the wagon?
Yeah, get out the wagon, and I want to talk to one of the persons, see what's going on.
What you're going to so there's 2 groups. There's the
Yeah.
group of small humanoids. Humanoids means
Right.
human-like, right?
Right.
So, okay, a group of small humanoids blocking the
Yeah.
road and just kind of spread out everywhere. It's not like they're specifically blocking the road. It's just a huge crowd of them,
Right.
right? It almost looks like a huge party or something like that.
Okay.
Now that you're closer, you see they're like dancing around and then jumping. You can hear drums. There's like some of them are banging drums. You can see they're drinking. There's a lot of drinking and shit going on. But that's completely separate from this other group of people who look like adventurers that
Maybe
are
they
off
have
to
a
the
party or something.
that are off to the side. Yeah, there's something weird going on here.
Yeah.
You're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
But they are completely separate from this other group. Now that you
Okay.
can see that they're adventurers done up in armor. There's another guy that looks like he might be a wizard. There's a woman who looks actually like she might be a rogue, kind of like you, also another rogue. And they look pretty tough, like badasses. You know what I mean? Like the one warrior, you know, you can see looks pretty tough. And they see you already. They've spotted you. These adventurers. The small humanoids that you don't. They haven't taken notice of you yet. But if you want, you could roll a dice and see if you know what kind of humanoids they are from where you are. And you're like, hey, what kind of creatures are those?
11.
They're small, ugly creatures. You have never seen these kinds of creatures before.
Small, ugly.
Sorry, roll better next time.
What they look like?
Roll better next time. Hey, ask Van Hammer.
Eh.
He's got a better.
Van.
I think he's got a better history.
Okay. What
Yeah.
they? Okay.
Yeah. So roll for him.
All right. 5.
5. Yeah. I can't see from here, my lady. Shall I jump out?
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. So both of you jump out.
Yeah.
What about Zeeling? She's asleep.
Wake her up.
Wake her up.
Yeah.
And.
And then, hey, Zing.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Do you know any? Can you get down the wagon and can you help me? Do you know anything about them?
So you guys are gonna leave the wagon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you guys like maybe creep a little closer? I mean,
Right.
if you got a closer look.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll just say you got close enough now.
Yeah.
So you get closer. Now the adventurers have definitely spotted you. You can see them. It's a camp.
Okay.
Small temporary camp of adventurers.
Right.
They're off to the right-hand side of the road.
Mhm.
Off maybe about 50 feet off the road. No, they're pretty close. And then relatively close, you're a little surprised to see that there's no fight going on or anything, are about 100, maybe more, little goblins. Do you know goblins?
Yeah.
They're about the most common.
Yeah. Goblin.
Yeah, about 100 of them. 100 little goblins. They're not like, they're not armed with weapons or anything. They're all banging drums and drinking and dancing around.
Okay.
And it's pretty crazy. And you've never seen this before. Van Hammer, you turn and you look at him, he also looks perplexed. And Zeeling, she says, these are goblins, my lady, but they're not behaving like I mean, these are inebriated. I don't know what's going on here. And as you get closer, so you want to approach the goblins or the adventurers?
Both. But let's
No,
go.
please pick one.
Okay, goblin first.
Wait, no, you don't. The adventurers spot you and they motion over to you. They say, hey.
Okay, so I want to talk to them. Hey.
So the other adventurers.
What's going on here?
Right, and this is another human, a party of humanoid adventurers, right, as you approach. And as you get closer to the scene, sorry, my ear is stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we take a break?
2 minutes.
Okay.
You approach the scene.
Yeah.
The adventurers, the other party of adventurers, one of them dressed in gleaming silver armor. He's holding 2 swords. They're huge. These people are super impressive. They're decked out. They look like you guys might look in 5 years. You know, if you continue being badasses or whatever. They're super incredibly badass. The lead guy walks up to you, and you can hear by now, you hear that the goblins, they're all like pounding on their drums. And you hear them, they're chanting and they're singing. They're all singing, Night of the Crack, Night of the Crack. This is the night that the crack comes back. Night of the Crack, Night of the Crack. This is the night that the crack comes back. Yeah, huzzah! And then they drink, and they're like screaming. They're like throwing things in the fire, and there's a fire pit set up as half blocking the road, and they are yelling and screaming and dancing around. However, there's one older ogre one older goblin, that you see. Most of these goblins look really young. They're like teenagers or whatever. There's one old goblin. He's got white hair, and he's running around with a staff, and he's going, "You fools! You stupid fools! Stop this! Get away from here!" And the lead adventurer from the other party is walking up to you, and he says, "What are you doing here, you amateurs? Get out of here! This is no place for you." Cliffhanger.
Okay.
Because you've got a break.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So there's going to be like a 10-minute break, replay audience, and we never know if there's viewers.
Yeah.
Replay audience and viewers, and 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And then we will pick it up from there. I wonder if anybody knows what's going on. I bet some of you out there do. There's probably some people who would know what's going on right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on.
Well, we'll see. Okay, so you are. You want to tell me a quick recap? Where are you currently?
We are on the way to the
Right, you were on the road on the way
Yeah.
to Tonic's.
Tonic, right? And original plan was stop the way in, but on the way we got there's a bunch
You
of
ran
people.
into this, yeah, a bunch of people blocking the road.
Blocking
Well, not
the
people,
road.
goblins, right?
Right, goblin.
100 or so goblins.
Right.
Lots and lots of goblins.
Yeah.
And also a team of adventurers, very impressive adventurers.
Right.
Who you've never met before.
Yeah.
And and a bunch of goblins blocking the road, right?
Yeah.
And they're all yelling, all chanting and stuff, right? They're chanting, "Night of the Crack, Night of the Crack. This is the night when the crack comes back. Night of the Crack, Night of the Crack. This is the night when the crack comes back. Huzzah!" And they scream and they yell and drink. One goblin like runs by in a drunken stupor and he hands you a goblet with a beer and he like spills some of the beer on you. He's all, "Night of the Crack, Night of the Crack," and it's like really weird. It's like a rave but for goblins, right? And
Crack come back.
yeah, night of the Crack, and they're all, "Night of the Crack, Night of the Crack." So you come off to this, you step off to the side of the road a little bit, and you meet this other team of adventurers.
Yeah.
You and your party, Van Hammer and Zeeling, you step off to the side of the road to meet this other party of adventurers. They're on this sort of rocky part of the road that looks like it's snow, but it's not snow. I promise you. I know it looks like snow, but it's not.
Okay.
Okay. So and I'll just have this guy be this guy's the lead guy.
Okay.
He's the fighter. This really impressive fighter in gorgeous like armor you've never seen, right? And it's like spikes all over it. He looks super tough. He must be like 6'5" or something, like double your size. You're a dwarf, right? He walks up to you and he's waving his arms around. He says, "You fools, amateurs, what are you doing here? Get out of here. You'll be killed."
Okay. Can you tell me what's going on here?
This is the night of the Crack. Can't you see that there's these goblins? There's obviously this is you fools. And he turns around. He seems exasperated and turns to his compatriots. A couple of people from his party come up. One of them being a really gorgeous and powerful looking wizard. She's got flowing robes and a really antique looking staff. It glows with power. You can tell she's just like super powerful, right? and she says, "It's too late, Grimwald. It's too late to deal with any of these surprises. We must prepare immediately." At that moment, you feel the ground begin shaking. And it's like an earthquake. You're like, "Ah!" And the adventurers look at each other and they scramble off to their temporary camp. They're gathering weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The goblins start cheering. They're all, "It's coming! It's coming! It's the Crack! Here comes the Crack! Night of the Crack! Night of the Crack! This is the night that the Crack comes back!" And you look at your party and you realize you maybe should prepare if you want to get your weapons ready or something like. You look around, you don't see anything causing this earthquake. What's happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's happening? Can someone tell me what's happening?
I don't know, my liege. Van Hammer says, "I don't know, my liege. I've never seen anything like this. This is outrageous." The adventurers are running around gathering equipment and stuff. They seem to be in a great haste. Zeeling says, I'm afraid I suddenly fell out of my depth. We're just gonna have to play this by ear."
Okay.
At that moment,
Yeah.
you notice there's a huge shake in the ground, and a crack begins to open up in the ground right between you and this team of adventurers.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
There's like a crashing sound.
Yeah.
And and a split in the ground opens up right there.
Yeah.
A couple of goblins actually fall right into the crack.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
And you hear them screaming down there. Although some of them are still going, "Not into the crack!" And some of them fall down there.
Yeah.
There's also still, I'll remind you, first of all, let's say your wagon's back over here on the road,
Yeah.
right? And I'll remind you your elephant is in the wagon.
Okay.
There is also, as you recall, there was this guy. There's an old goblin. All these
Yeah.
other goblins are young, right?
Hmm.
And there was this old goblin. Remember?
Yeah.
He was running around.
Yeah.
He had like white hair. There was a white-haired old goblin. He's running around. And before you saw him, he was running around with a staff, and he was trying to like get people to leave and get away from the scene. He's still running around now that the crack has appeared, and he goes, "Ah, it's too late, you fools! The crack has come. Get out of here! Everybody, get out of here! Why are you just running around?" He runs up to you and he says, "Strangers, what are you doing here? Don't you know about the crack?"
No, what's going on with the crack? Can you tell me?
This is every 100 years the crack appears, and these foolish youngsters, they don't understand the crack means death, and they have some weird ideas about legends about people coming to stop the crack or something like that. I don't know, and they're too young to remember. They don't. You fools! And he freaks out and he starts running away, right? But just then the crack gets even bigger. And he falls into it. Ah!
Okay.
You fools! I tried to warn you.
Okay, everyone, go back to the wagon right now.
Oh, so you guys turn and you try to run,
yeah,
right?
run,
You're trying to run back to the back to the wagon.
Right.
Right. At as you guys are training, you get like halfway,
Yeah.
but then the ground shudders again. Right?
Yeah.
And the crack gets even bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, the crack gets bigger, right? And Ziling actually loses her footing and like has fallen partway into the crack.
Yeah.
Right? Has
Okay.
fallen partway in. That goblin guy's already in there. On the other side, you see the other party, a fighter and a mage and a rogue. The rogue is very cleverly hiding behind a rock because that's what rogues do. Sorry, that's just a little side thing there. Okay, and the fighter is preparing. He's like run up to the edge of the crack, like he's going to do something. The wizard is preparing. She's standing up on a rock and she's preparing her spell. You can tell that she's preparing some sort of powerful spell. Now you guys have fallen down, so it's going to take you a bit to regain your footing. Okay? Now, everybody gets to roll initiative.
Okay. 14.
The world got higher initiative than you. Okay, give me a second here.
Yeah.
The wizard's waving her hands around, and you hear her incanting arcane language in the ancient tongue. And yeah, she's going with I just made that up.
Yeah.
And she casts a magic, a ball of blue magic that you don't recognize, flies out of her hands and into the pit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Into the crack. The crack is continually growing larger, and even though like at this point like a whole bunch of goblins, probably a dozen goblins have fallen into the crack, but some of them are still inebriated,
Right,
and they're all
right.
There's a few are still shouting "Night of the Crack," but a bunch of them have run away, right? And they're like, "Gah!" And some of them have just fallen over, and some of them have fallen into the crack.
Yeah.
This woman, the wizard, casts a ball of blue energy into the crack. And maybe it's designed to seal it or something like that. You can't tell. There's a shudder from the crack, and it grows even larger, right? The wizard, the fighter, a part of his foot starts to fall into the crack, but he regains his his balance. At that moment, a giant tentacle reaches out of the crack.
Whoa.
Yes, a giant tentacle, a big, huge arm. You can't exactly see what's on the other side of it, but a huge arm reaches out of the crack. It grabs the fighter.
Okay.
Awesome. It grabs the fighter and throws him into the forest. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he goes flying off into the forest. You literally you didn't know that a person could fly that high. You see him fly, it literally makes the sound of a missile, and you hear an awful crash in the forest. The wizard looks just like almost frozen solid, and two green glowing eyes pop up out of the pit, and you see the head of a giant octopus. With glowing green eyes. It grabs the wizard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Awesome. It grabs the wizard and throws it at Van Hammer. Let's see what Van Hammer gets. So, oh, damn it. But she missed. And she throws the wizard goes flying past Van Hammer and smashes into the wagon.
Oh.
Just a bloody mess. And falls against the wagon.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
First of all, I want to save Eileen, so I pull a rope.
You got a rope?
I have a rope.
You have a rope?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna throw the rope.
Yeah, and she
Okay,
grabbed it.
You yelled at her.
Yeah.
Ziling! Yeah, so
grab the rope.
Oh, okay, so you throw the rope.
Yes.
Go ahead, you throw the rope.
Yeah, I did.
And she'll grab it.
She'll grab it, and me and...
I'm gonna say she's pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty good. She's a monk. So
right.
I'm not gonna bother rolling. She grabs it.
Yeah, and said, what is that? Ben, both of us pull her up?
Van Hammer gets back up. He had to duck, to avoid the flying wizard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he grabs the other, he grabs on behind you.
Yeah.
Behind the rope.
Right.
Okay, you two start pulling.
Right, we start pulling. And here, and pulling, and finally we...
pulling her out. Okay, I'm going to say it's going to take one turn for you to pull her out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're pulling up, the crack gets a little bigger. I didn't say she pulled out yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll say when she pulls out. If she pulls out.
Okay, fine.
I'm the DM here. All right. Okay. The wizard is. I'm sorry, wizard.
Okay.
The giant octopus has noticed you pulling her out, and it's going to grab at her leg. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it! It got a 1. I swear to God, you guys, he rolled a critical failure.
Oh man.
Yeah. He grabs at Zeeling, the giant octopus grabs at Zeeling, but actually accidentally pulls off a piece of her buckle and stuffs it in its mouth, taking 2 damage.
Okay.
For eating a piece of her buckle.
Okay.
Incidentally, in case you guys didn't think I was doing that, that's for real. Okay. Okay. He takes 2 damage for eating a piece of her buckle, and he goes. Okay, but you do manage to pull Zingling out.
Okay.
And she's standing next to the thing. I'll remind you, by the way, that she is at half strength.
Okay.
As she was bitten by a vampire.
Okay. So now, I have a ring, so I'm going to wear the ring. And I'm trying to...
Oh, you're always wearing a ring.
Right.
You have a ring of animal influence.
Influence, right. So I'm going to be friendship with that animal here.
Fuck me.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Hold on a second. This giant octopus and animal.
Yes, of
Give me this thing. Wait, no. What does it say on the bottom of that? Give me that card. Team you 188.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Game time. Pause. Game pause. I have a 188.
Yes.
Ring of animal influence. Son of a bitch. Is a giant octopus an animal?
Yes.
It sure seems like it would be.
Of course.
And you want to talk to it, right?
Yes.
Alright. You talk. Alright. You connect with the.
Friendship.
The octopus stops trying to grab his Zingling's leg, and it looks at you, and then like a sort of dramatic tunnel forms between the two of you. It's like there's just the two of you, and there's that sort of like romantic string music.
Yeah.
And you also cast animal friendship, right?
Right.
I speak with animals.
Right.
Right. You have to. Okay, so you just have one charge left in that. In that room, one spell left in that room today.
Fair,
okay. Right. And it looks at you. I got to see what his shit. It's got a -3 charisma, and that's the saving throw. Son of a bitch. All right. And it looks at you and it says, what's up, man? Hey, man. Hold on. Let me take a break from my. Let me take a break for a second here, from my every 100 years attack.
Okay.
And I just want to take a second and meet my new friend. What's up, friend?
Hey, we are just trying to pass to this area. I know you have to wait.
Oh, it's the night of the crack, though, girl. This only happens once every 100 years.
Oh, that's good. I'm not going to interfere with you. I just want to pass this area, and you can continue have your thing or whatever for, I don't know, every 300 years, 500.
Oh, there's going to be there's more than this, though, girl. There's more than this behind me. This is just the beginning of the night of the crack.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't anybody remember the night of the crack?
If you like, you can tell me more about it. I'm just trying to pass this area. I
got to tell you, there's a clock because there's a bunch of guys behind me waiting to come out of the crack.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, I'm nice, but there's a bunch of other.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
not so nice.
So since you have so many arms, we really have to get out this place. Can you grab us one by one to pass this crack, and we can pass it?
Oh yeah, but
we want to.
Yeah, well, this is good. And the crack gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
The crack is always constantly getting bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, and he says, "Oh, well, the crack's getting bigger. I mean, I don't know, like."
Yeah,
I don't know about your ethics or anything, but the things are going to get a lot worse if everything in the crack comes out. It won't matter what side of the road you're on.
Okay. Well, anyway, since time is the precious thing, I mean, can you just hurry up? Just use your arm. All together, just 3 of them. Don't use you too much arm. 3 of them, just pull us to other side. We really need to go.
Okay, yeah, but girl, I'm telling you, it won't matter what side of the road you're on if the other stuff comes out of the crack. There's some other stuff coming out of the crack is a lot worse than me.
Oh well. Anyway, so what do you like? Maybe I can offer you something you like.
Oh, why are you offering me? I mean, I'll put you on the other side. I can put you on the other side of the crack.
Okay.
But the other stuff is going to come out. It's a lot worse than me, and it's not going to matter what side of the crack you're on at that point.
If we pass from here to here, then we can continue to go.
It won't matter. The other things behind me. Other things behind me, they're not gonna be so accommodating.
Okay, then tell me what you guys want. I mean, obviously you're not going to kill us all, right?
Well, I mean, I usually kill anybody that's close enough. It's the night of the crack. I mean, this is my once 100-year chance to come out and kill. And so the other guys behind me, they're the same. They're gonna want to kill as much as they can. And
why? Why you guys want to do that?
Night of the crack. This is night of the crack. It's the night that the crack comes back.
What benefit is that?
It's tradition, like Christmas. Maybe if you have you got traditions, right?
Any way we can get out for this?
Have the night you could close the crack.
Oh, how am I going to close the crack?
I don't really know how the crack gets closed.
I see. Okay.
I don't know. Last time. I can tell you about the last time. There was the night of the crack.
Yeah.
The last time in the night of the crack was when Bill came out first.
Bill?
Yeah, Bill. He was my uncle, Bill.
Okay.
And Uncle Bill, he was also a giant octopus.
Oh.
And that was 100 years ago. And he went out first, actually. He was the first to come out from the crack that year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So who are you?
Who am I?
I mean, you are the I mean, how many generations?
Oh, I don't know. We're just octopuses. We just keep reproducing. There's always more of us. But Bill got killed that year. Yeah, that was the year that Bill died.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, somebody killed Bill, and that's I think that might be why the crack closed.
So that means I should kill something, then it will close? Is that what you're telling me?
I just remember from the last time the crack closed. I just remember that was the year Bill died.
Okay.
And he suddenly looks nostalgic and maybe a little sad and a little regretful.
Okay, I really don't want to kill you, but if I have to, I will be. I'll just say I'm sorry first. I hope you don't mind.
Well, maybe there is Ted.
Who is Ted?
Ted, he's behind me.
Okay.
He's the next guy coming out of the hole.
Okay.
Coming out of the crack. Maybe. I'm not a big fan of Ted, anyways. He goes on and on.
You're not a big fan of Ted?
Nah, and he's always slacking off at work. Other people got to pick up for him. In between the night of the crack, we just do like a lot of paperwork and stuff. And I gotta tell you, Ted's not been pulling his weight late. To tell you the truth, it wouldn't be such a bad thing if maybe.
Can you help me?
Something were to happen to Ted.
Can you help me?
Yeah, I could help.
Okay, let's work together.
All right, sure. So he climbs out as much as he can. There's actually a little water. He said he's gonna sit there in the pool of water a little bit.
Yeah.
He crawls out where there's some water. He says, "I'll tell you what. If I get a chance, I'll maybe lend you. I don't know. I can't be, a complicit. I can't be, like an accomplice in an inter-office murder or something. But
Yeah.
let's say I won't interfere necessarily.
Okay, sure. So I'm gonna wait here. You can do whatever you have.
The ground cracks. It rattles again.
Yeah.
And the crack opens even wider than I'm able to demonstrate here.
Okay.
And a giant scorpion head of a giant scorpion pokes out.
Okay.
And it turns around for a second, and it turns around, and the octopus says, "Sup, Ted?"
That's Ted?
And Ted says,
Oh.
"I will kill everything I see."
Okay, I have a ring on.
We get to roll for initiative.
Okay.
I misrolled.
Okay.
You don't get to know.
Oh, alright.
I'll tell you if I want to tell you.
Okay. 10. That's 10. Alright.
Yeah, roll for initiative. Roll d20.
Okay.
And find out who goes first, your team or
15.
Ted. Alright, your team gets to go first. You're in charge of your team. I handle an initiative simple. Your whole team.
Okay.
Go ahead. Who's going to go?
I'm going to go first.
And you're going to?
I'm going to use the ring and bear. Bear this tag here.
Ah, it's an insect.
Oh shit. So you won't work.
It fails.
Okay, fine.
Mwah, I get that. Finally, I got you back.
Okay. And
it fails. No more charges left in the ring today.
Shit. Okay, fine. Ven's turn.
You still get a physical motion. Remember, you can act and move. Usually it's a move and attack, or you can hide or something, remember?
I'm going to hide.
Yeah. So you find a rock and you're going to try to hide, right? So roll your
hide.
d20. Let me see how well you hide from a giant scorpion.
8.
You can't as you can't tell if you're hidden, but as you're trying to crawl around the rock, you step on some twigs and you make some pretty obvious noise. You think if you were someone else, you probably weren't. You probably heard you. But you don't really know whether or not the scorpion. It's a giant scorpion. Heard you. The things. Now that half of it has reared out of half of the scorpion rears out of the pit, you can see about half of it is 6 feet high. That's the top half of it is 6 feet high. It's got 2 giant claws on the front. They already have blood on them from God knows what. Behind it, there's a stinger, menacing stinger, poking up. The pointy, sharp part of it is about the size of a massive broadsword. This is a pretty deadly creature, you can tell. What's Van Hammer going to do?
Ben, hide behind me.
He doesn't have hiding abilities or anything, but you can tell him to guard. Actually, you can tell him to guard. This will give him advantage when he tries to not get hit.
Okay, just guard.
Okay, so you say, Van Hammer, prepare for attack.
Yeah.
Right? Guard yourself.
Yeah.
Do you want him to move? Maybe you guys want to move positions? You want someone to move closer or further away or something?
No, that's fine. That's
okay.
Yeah.
He reminds you, he says, my liege, let me remind you, if one of us is within melee range that is close up to the enemy, then you get a sneak attack bonus, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you should have one person close to the enemy, that way.
Okay, I will personally
Last time
close. I will personally close.
You're not the good one who should be close. Okay, well, anyways. And Zealing, remember she's half damaged. What does she do?
Right, and she hide. Ben, can you?
She does have a sling. She has a long range weapon.
Fine.
She could throw her sling.
Okay, she draw her sling.
So roll a d20. I can't remember what a sling is. I think it's 1d4 plus 2.
Oh. 16.
1d4 plus 2, yeah.
16.
Plus 1 to hit. All right, and she gets a 1d4 plus. That's an 8. 1d4 plus 2. That's her damage. 1. Unfortunately, plus 2, 3. Yes, she does manage to catch it. Yeah, but it only hits it in one of its antennae. Wait, do scorpions have antennae? I think so. Little ones, right?
Really? I don't know.
Maybe not.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah. For a little bit, and it doesn't seem to notice the hit, but you can see there's a scratch.
Yeah.
You know where she hit it.
Okay.
Okay. Now it is the scorpion's move. It rears. Well, okay, it's good. It saw you where you were actually, and it advances on your position. It's within melee range. God damn it! It's a 1. I swear to God. It's rolled 2 1s, right?
Yes.
No, the octave has rolled a 1 before.
Yeah.
Okay. God, what a depressing night to be a DM. Right? It tries to claw at you, but unfortunately it hits the rock that you're hiding behind instead, and takes 1 point of damage by hitting its claw on the rock. That's a critical failure.
Yeah.
That's what should happen. Okay. It goes and attacks again. It has 2 attacks. Oh yeah. It tries to arc its stinger up above you. It rolls a 17 and gets a plus 4. What's your AC?
My AC.
Yes.
My AC.
I don't use that one very much.
Okay, where's AC? I always have a difficulty find AC.
Oh, it's on the first page. You're past it. First page. There you go. It's a 13.
Oh, 13, yeah.
I thought it was higher. That's
No.
weird.
13.
All right. 13. Yeah, he definitely hits you. So he arcs the scorpion, arcs its tail up over its head. You know they can do that.
Yeah,
right from where it is.
Yeah.
And stabs you in the shoulder for 9 points plus 2. 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
On me.
Yeah, on you. Every time I say damage, you're like, on me. Yeah, on you. You can get hurt.
11 point.
Right.
Wait, hold on. 11.
Oh yeah, this is a giant scorpion. This thing is no thing to mess around with.
Okay, 13. Alright.
It'll F you up.
Okay, it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my magic power. Sleeping.
You cast sleep on a giant scorpion.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So roll your 1d20. God, I hope you get a 1.
Hey.
You misrolled.
Okay.
You gotta roll on something.
5!
You got a 5. Shit. You know what? I think he gets a saving throw, doesn't he? Sleep. Wait a minute. I just remembered. I think he doesn't get a saving throw. Unfortunately, I believe. You know what? You don't have to roll a 20.
Really?
Crap. Forgive me,
yeah.
audience. We have to roll. I have to look up sleep.
Yeah.
Actually, you should probably know how your spells work, but sleep is so common I should probably know that myself. Sleep duration 1 minute. Creatures, so that counts.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything special. Yeah, actually, you roll 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah, you roll 2d8. I know, 5d8. Son of a bitch, really? 5d8?
What's a 5d8?
No, 5 of this. So this is a d8.
Okay.
Actually, that's my d8. This is your d8.
Okay.
Roll that 5 times.
5 times?
Yeah, 5 times. That's the HP of...
7. 7. Let me write it down.
Total hit points that you can put I got it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
7.
Wait, twice?
Yeah.
You mean 7 once or 7 twice?
7 twice.
Oh, okay.
And 4. 4. 3. How many times right now?
8.
7,
That's it.
4. No.
No, 5d8. You did it.
3, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. You're done.
All right.
You All right, do this. Do it one more time.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that we're fair. You might think that we mishandled those numbers.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you one more chance.
Okay.
5d8.
2.
5.
2.
2.
4. 7.
7. 22.
Okay.
You wave your hands about in a magical manner, and cast your sleep spell at the scorpion.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Oh man! No!
It looks completely unaffected.
No! How can that be?
These are very powerful creatures.
Okay, fine.
It must have more hit points than 22.
More than 22,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just 22.
Yeah, but you rolled 22, right?
Right.
I see. I knew she was going to dispute this. Okay, so here we go. Quick timeout for the rolls. The sleep spell does 5d8 damage. An additional amount of damage per player level, but the base. Well, it's not damage. It does 5d8. So you roll 5d8. That is the number of hit points that you can put to sleep. So say if you rolled a 22 and there was 2 creatures here that had 11 hit points, they'd both fall asleep. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You roll 22, a giant scorpion has way more than 22 hit points.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah. It's not it's not a win every time. There's good thinking. It was good thinking.
Mm.
That is your action though. You can also move, remember.
Yeah. So I'm going to move.
Get some distance? Yeah, that'd
far,
be smart.
far away.
That'd be smart, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, you're going to move 30 feet away maximum.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Right?
Yeah.
You also have a bonus action, remember? Being you could hide.
Yeah.
So you try to hide. Roll your d20. I'm going to see if you hide from a giant scorpion.
11.
And you get an 11.
Mm-hmm.
You feel pretty stealthy, but you're not sure.
Mm.
You never are sure.
Okay.
You can't be sure. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Van Hammer's turn.
Then what kind of weapon he has?
He doesn't have any ranged weapons. You've never given him a bow or anything like that. He's got a sword and no, he's got an axe.
Axe.
One axe. That's his character sheet. Let me see.
This one?
Yeah.
He only has an axe.
Yeah, he's got a battle axe. It's +6 to hit. That's not bad. 1d8 plus 4 damage.
Alright. Axe. You don't have a bow?
He does not.
Can I?
Maybe sometime when you're not in the middle of a fight, you might want to set him up with a ranged weapon.
Yeah, okay.
I offered you these opportunities on the trip here, remember?
You know what? Van, just continue to guard and hiding if you could.
Guard against an attack and hide? He hasn't even been attacked yet. Okay.
Okay.
Very well. Very well. Zealing's turn. You'll roll for her then.
Zealing has those kind of
Yeah,
weapons,
the sling.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Trying to hit that thing.
yeah. Roll for her.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, +4 to hit, so 18, and it's 1d4 plus 2 damage. So 1d4 this +2.
Yeah. +2.
Yeah. 1. She always gets 1s.
1 plus 2, right?
Yeah, that's all. This is 1d4 plus 2, so 3 points.
3 points. Yeah.
Very good. So she, Zeeling swings her sling around over her head.
Yeah.
And looses a rock at the scorpion. It bounces off its carapace. That's what they call the hard skin, the hard cartilage part on the front of their head. It bounces off its carapace, but you do see a bloody scratch there. You can see, and it turns its head towards Zeeling. It can tell that that's where the attack came from.
I see. Okay, my turn, right?
No, it's the giant scorpion's turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It closes the 30 feet to Van Hammer, which it can easily do as it has a speed of 40 feet. Closes the 30 feet to Van
But I
Hammer.
thought Van Hammer is hiding. How does he?
Yeah, it's going to get disadvantage.
Okay.
It's going to try to strike at him, but it doesn't have a real clear view on him.
Okay.
Right? So it tries to hit Van Hammer with his claw. It misses and misses. Both. It was an 8 and a 6. Either, so disadvantage didn't matter. Either one of them missed.
Okay.
They both missed.
Okay.
Then it tries to sting at him with its stinger, and I'm going to say its disadvantage is used up because it used it on its claws.
Yeah.
So it tries to sting at him with his stinger. Damn it!
Oh!
I can't hit anything tonight. Okay, and it misses, as you saw, as you quite plainly. Even I didn't have to tell you it missed.
Okay.
And it misses, unfortunately. Now it is your turn.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to use my spell. Thinking. What's a witch ball? I forgot.
Oh, Witch Bolt is awesome. It's like I told you. I always explain this Witch Bolt as being the magic taser. It's like the police tasers. Like it. You fire it one time at the enemy, and then it's like something is stuck in them. And every turn after that, you just like press the button again.
Oh,
and
I see.
It hurts them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you don't have to attack them again. You just press the button.
Okay.
And they're like. Zzz.
I'm going to use witch ball.
Yeah. I mean, I may have to look up the number real quick.
Yeah.
What are the? Or do you have it written down?
That's
all right. After this, promise me you'll do a little book work, a little homework, and write your spells down.
Action less spell.
Witch bolts. 1 action, 30 feet, so that you're cool on that, and you got all this shit. That's cool. So you got to roll a d20 for a hit, and when you do, they take 1d12 lightning damage. So roll your d20.
Okay.
And I got your spell save DC right here. Right. Yeah, so roll your d20. And holy
20!
crap, 20. Perfect. 2, and then roll 1d12. Crap, you don't have a 12 because you never use it. We don't usually use that one. I don't think you've had anything before that does a 12. There you go, this is a d12.
Okay. One time?
Yeah, one time.
5.
5. Why don't you, like, give it a better roll next time.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'll let you roll again.
Oh, see, it was
rolled
12.
off.
Can I in here? Put it here.
Absolutely.
11.
11, yes. 2 weirdly futuristic looking bolts of electrified magic energy shoot out of your hand, and arc. We're gonna say Zeelings over here, and arc over everyone's head. They end at the scorpion. As soon as it hits it, it rears back in pain as it takes 11 plus 2, I think something. What is the damage? Right?
Yeah.
Isn't it plus something?
1d20 plus
1d12. We've never used Witch Bolt before, sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
I've heard of it. I think it's rad.
D12.
Never used it.
1d12 damage. And
1d12? No, 1d12 plus anything? Just 1d12. Right, 1d12. Right, and then on subsequent turns, you could just hit it again.
Yeah.
This is until it escapes.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so it rears back as you do 11 points of damage to it.
Yeah.
It looks really pissed off.
Okay.
Um, and you also have a move. You know, like you can physically move, like run or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to...
You can't get further away, though, because you've got this witch bolt connected. But you can get closer if you want.
A little bit. Okay. A little bit closer?
Yeah, like maybe behind here.
Right.
You can try to hide. You want to roll d20, see if you're stealthy.
Okay.
You are not stealthy.
Okay.
Even you can tell because you walk over some twigs and they make some like really loud noise.
Yeah.
Also, you like knock over a coffee can
Yeah.
into some pots and pans.
Yeah.
And then like it wakes up a cat that goes meow. So it's obvious that you were not stealthy. It's Van Hammer's turn.
Okay, then but continue far away, as far as possible.
Okay, so he's going to run 30 feet away.
Yeah.
As far as he can.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of like that you're more protective of your team,
Yeah.
actually, as I might say, because you used to almost get him killed every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously, almost every day it was like a life or death being on your team. And Ziling,
Yeah. Also.
roll the 20 and then 1d4.
Hit it.
Yeah, with their sling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll the 1d20 and then 1d4 for damage.
15.
This should be good. Good.
15.
And then 1d4 for damage. This should be rope by now.
1.
1. Good. She slings another. Ziling swings her sling again over her head.
Yeah. Yeah.
She releases a rock. It bounces off of the thing's carapace, though hardly doing almost any damage at all.
Okay.
It just seems to have annoyed it a bit. Now it is the giant scorpion's turn. The giant scorpion, it sees you. You were not successful in hiding.
Okay.
It closes the distance to you. It's no longer in the crack,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And you, it slashes out at you with one of its claws, with its left claw, and does a 10 plus. Well, its hit is 10 plus 14. What's your AC?
My AC?
Yes, finally a hit. Jesus. Okay, 14 and does
13.
1d8 plus 2. I know. And does 1d8 plus 2. 3 plus 2, 5 points damage.
5-point damage?
Yes, hits you with its claw. Wow! Bam! Across the head and does 5 points damage.
Okay.
Doing 5 points damage. What is your hit points at the moment?
5-point damage. Right now I have 8.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I get hit by 11.
Oh, well, I thought you were a lot lower than that.
No. I get hit by 11 last time, right? So, 5, right? Okay, 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Then its tail arches up over its head, and it tries to stab you with its stinger. It comes up over its head. It gets an 8 plus 4. What is that? What's your AC? I'm sorry.
8.
No, your AC.
Oh, AC, 13.
Damn it. It tries to stab you with its stinger,
Yeah.
but you just barely manage to dodge out of the way, and the stinger goes harmlessly into the ground and pulls up like a big plot of dirt, like just yanks a whole bunch of dirt out. I mean, this thing's crazy powerful. But it has missed.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
My turn.
How did I end up on this Japanese music, fishing village music?
I don't know. My turn, huh?
Forget, this is like way too peaceful. Forgive me, audience, the soundtrack is sucking balls right now. I don't know where this came from.
I have an action and attack, right?
Yes. Well, no, action and a motion and a move, right? A move and an action.
Oh, moving.
Yeah, generally, like you move and you act and attack, but your action can also be something other than attack. Plus, being a rogue, you're a little more complicated. You got a bonus action.
I see. Okay. First of all, I want to move as far as I can first.
All right, so you get another 30 feet away.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, your witch bolt is connected. You just roll 1d12. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Auto damage, man.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's true.
No. You can still move 30 feet away.
Okay.
You just got to stay within 30 feet. But
Right.
this is the d12 right here.
Yeah.
That's the d20. I know they look very similar.
Okay. Ah! Fucking A!
Well, critical failure doesn't apply to damage. So you
Alright.
just still do one. You go ah
Yeah.
again, which is how Witch Bolt works. You don't have to attack again.
Okay.
It's just automatic.
Yeah.
Right. But it's only 30. You only hit, zap him for 1 point.
Right.
Right. Of damage. But you get why that spell is so freaking cool, right?
Yeah.
He's going to knock it off in a few minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
In a few moves. Van Hammer.
Yeah. Van Hammer. Still stay hiding there.
I think you're going to have to get him in this fight. And Zeeling. The sling.
Yeah.
1d20. And then 1d4. Yeah, I'm always saying you could roll both of them at the same
15.
time. Excellent. Yeah, I'm always saying you could roll both at the same time in case you hit. Then you don't have to roll the extra one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
1.
So Zeeling is kind of off.
Yeah.
You know, she's weakened anyways, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have given her low scores anyways because of this. So she's been weakened. She's bitten by a vampire.
Yeah.
She does still swing it, the sling around her head, and with her expert marksmanship, always hits the mark, almost always. However, with her weakened state, only does 1 point of damage. Only bounces off the carapace on his head, and seems to annoy it a bit.
Yeah.
Doing 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Now it is its turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Zeeling, having been the most recent one to hit it and being the closest, it turns its attention to Zeeling and swipes at her with one of its claws. Damn it, and misses.
4.
Yeah, not even close. Then it raises its stinger up over its head and aims to pierce her heart with it, and gets a 10 plus 2 is 12.
12.
Her AC 16. Frack! God, this is just a crappy day to be a monster. Is what he says. Ah! And he just seems really frustrated. He also has a move, and he withdraws back into the crack a little bit, so that he's obscured. You're going to have disadvantage on his on attacks against him.
Okay. So it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay. 30 feet. So I'm going to go a little bit closer.
Yeah, you need to keep the range. You know, keep
30,
within range of your
and then
bolt.
I use my
You Witch Bolt again.
Witch Bolt again.
Just like a super hostile LAPD cop.
11.
You repeatedly zap it.
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, excellent. It shudders as like electricity passes, electrical, arcane, magic, electrical stuff.
Yeah.
Passes through it. It screams.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it shakes its head a few times. It shakes loose like this, and the Witch Bolt is disconnected. Yeah, it's good, but it only works a few times. You know?
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of cool that it's freaking automatic too, right?
Right.
You don't have to roll the hit.
Right.
That's what's so awesome about it. It's like I got you and I got you. You know?
Okay. So now.
Van Hammer?
Ben.
Man, I'm gonna stop reminding you. If you don't remember your own team,
Okay. Ben.
I need to kill someone.
I want him to go a little bit closer. Use his thing to hit it this time.
Van Hammer melee range. Yeah. He rushes toward it and he says, "Tempest!" Right. As he raises his battle axe over his head. You roll, because if I roll and he misses, you'll blame me.
7.
I thought I taught you how to roll last time. Like this, remember? Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. That way they don't go flying.
Okay.
All right. Well, take it away. Obviously he misses. He was so excited. And he swings his hammer over his head, but it bashes into a rock. The scorpion moves its head out of the way at just the last moment. Now it is the scorpion's turn. He turns his attention to Van Hammer. Damn it. All right.
Yeah. Use the sling to...
Zeeling's, roll your d20.
Okay.
Yeah, here, so I'm going to show you the fast technique. Since we know her sling does 1d4, why not just roll them both at the same time?
Okay.
And you don't have to get all Vegas, just, drop them on the table.
12 and 2.
So like, you get what I so quick made it here.
Yeah.
So like, now that you know the 12, right, then, like, if she
2.
hits, then, If she doesn't, then it doesn't matter, right?
12 and 2.
I know, let me check. Plus 4 to hit. 16. She swings the sling over her head. She looses a rock, and this time connects with it pretty squarely in the face and does 2 points of damage. Very good.
How many damages? How many turns?
Wait. Let's see, actually 4 points of damage, sorry. Yeah, they're tough. It's a giant freaking scorpion. This thing's giant. It's like 12 feet tall. It's 25 feet long. It has its stinger coming out of its tail is the size of a sword. Okay? Like, I can't believe no one has died from it yet.
Yeah.
It's the scorpion's turn, right? Yes. Yeah. Why am I asking you? I'm the DM. The scorpion swings with one of its... God! Swings with one of its claws and gets a 7 at Van Hammer, which is like not even close. It raises its stinger above its head, aiming directly for Van Hammer's heart. And it hisses, even though you don't speak scorpion. If you could, it would say, "I'm having a crappy day!" God, why is this happening to me?
Okay. My turn,
This
right?
is the worst deal. Why am I just rolling all zilch? Frack.
Okay. So, I cannot use my witch ball again because it's once a day. So I'm gonna use my fireball.
Yeah, magic's really powerful, huh?
Yeah.
I told you keep forgetting you have it. Okay, so you have fireball. I'm sorry, you don't use magic enough, so I all fell out of touch with it. What are the specs on fireball?
I don't
I
know.
used to have these memorized, but you never used them.
Chill touch 12.
Yeah, that's chill touch is a different one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Fireball, okay. Fireball. Action. Attack 1d20 plus 4.
To hit.
Yeah, attack. Action.
Yeah.
And damage 1d10.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. That's all I need. So roll your 1d20 plus 4.
1d20, right?
Yeah. We're going to add 4. We compare it to his...
1d20 plus 4. Okay.
Yeah, it's an attack, so it works
13.
like a weapon. 17. You're right. So you hit. So, and then damage is what?
1d10.
1d10. Very good. So get the... I know the 10. Yeah, we don't use it very often. Here's the 10.
1d10. Okay.
9.
9.
You raise your hands above your head, and a swirling magical mass of fire forms between your hands. You go, "Hiya!" and you throw the ball of fire, the fireball, at the scorpion. It catches it right in the head. It like turns to you as you say fireball. It catches it right in the side of the head and catches half of its face on fire. Ouch! It yells.
Yeah. Okay.
And do you still have a move?
Oh yeah. I'm going to. Hi.
Okay, so roll your 1d20. We're going to see if you're able to hide from a giant scorpion. I'm going to say, I'm going to say he had a little chance. Half of his face is on fire.
Yeah.
A little chance of you, not being able to hide from him, of paying attention to his surroundings.
Okay.
Zealing's turn, right?
Yeah.
Roll for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, so roll both at the same time. Then if she hits, we already know.
Okay.
You don't have to do that.
15.
She does hit
2.
for 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
She swings her thing around her head, and it hits him in the side of his face that's on fire.
Yeah.
This time the rock actually sticks in the side of his face. It looks ludicrous and also grotesque.
Okay. And Van's.
It goes, "Ah!" What do you want for Van?
He hit it.
Rolling. He, what's his weapon damage? We could roll them both at the same time, right? With his battle axe, right? So it's a 1d8 plus 4. Okay. So you'll roll this at the same time. And then we'll just add 4.
20.
20!
20?
Jeez. Van Hammer raises the battle axe over his head. And he goes, "I don't like bugs!" He slams it down. Whoa, right on top of the flaming scorpion's head, and the head splits in 2. Furthermore, the entire creature splits in half all the way down. As it lies dying, it goes, "My name was Ted."
My name was Ted. Okay.
And green goop pours all out of it.
All right.
The giant scorpion, the giant octopus, you can hear him from the other side calling, says, "Doesn't look like you needed my help anyways."
Oh yeah, I was hoping you can help, but you're just standing there.
I told you I wouldn't get involved if I didn't have to, girl, but it was nice to meet you.
Okay.
The crack begins contracting. It's making a sucking sound.
Yeah.
And it's getting smaller and smaller.
Okay.
Bob, he never introduced himself.
Oh.
Bob says, "Well, this has been one unusual night. Nice to meet you all. See you in 100 years." And he crawls back into the crack. Some of the other goblins have started to regather again as the crack begins to dissipate.
Yeah.
And they're yelling, "Hail the heroes! Night of the crack! Night of the crack! Night of the crack! Night of the crack! Huzzah!" Because apparently they're right. Every 100 years the crack comes back and heroes show up to close it. And this time it was you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huzzah! And they offer you all beer and you're like, "What the hell?" You take some beers from the goblins and everybody's dancing around with the drums and they're going, "Night of the crack! Night of the crack! This was the night that the crack came back! Huzzah!" And you gain, in total, 900 XP.
900.
Yes.
Wow. Oh.
That was a giant octopus and giant scorpion. Here's the sheet for the giant scorpion, by the way. They start off with 52 hit points.
Wow.
Yeah, and that stinger, damn it, I'm just bummed I never got to use his stinger because it does 1d8 plus, it does 1d10 plus 2. 1d10 plus 2.
Oh my god.
It could have killed Van Hammer in just 2 hits. It could have killed you in 1 hit.
Yes.
Damn it, this could have been such a great night to be the DM. I really wanted to kill one of you.
Okay.
I figured between the octopus and the giant scorpion, one of you was going to die.
What is the next level's number? Right now I'm 6314.
She is at level 4 currently, and she just
Am
got
I level
6,
4 or level 5?
She just got 6-3. That brings you to what? 6314?
Yeah, 6314.
One momento.
Man, that's a hard one to hit. Very hard.
That's because, I mean, I really tried to kill you. I'm serious. I was going to fucking kill you.
Why?
Because I'm sick of those people. 6314?
6314.
It's 6,500. But I'm going to give you 200 points for talking to the octopus.
Okay.
As you're sitting around with your crew, and I'm going to assume you're going to take, maybe you take an hour. Let's say you take an hour with your goblin friends. They drink the rest, and eventually they start to wander off. But you guys take about an hour. That allows you to heal your wounds. It's a nice long rest. As the sun goes down, you get back to your wagon. Remember, there's a dead wizard over here.
Yeah.
Yes. You want to loot her or to like go through her belongings or something like this? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. The big tough warrior, he fell into the crack.
Yeah.
Apparently, he wasn't so badass, right? And the crack killed pretty much. Or no, actually, did the octopus killed him? Right?
Yeah.
You dragged him into the crack, and so all the badasses weren't so badass, basically. But you guys showed up and stopped the crack anyways. As you're sitting here drinking and stuff, you feel quite fulfilled, and you feel like a surge of strength going through your body. You feel like you guys have really crossed a threshold here. Ding ding! You have leveled up.
Yeah.
Welcome to level 6.
Cool. Okay.
Oh wait, 5?
5.
Yeah, level 5. Sorry.
How do I know what?
Welcome to. Wait, I gotta check. Books, rules.
I'm
Rules are fun.
I'm initiative.
Wait.
It's 5.
5. You're level 5.
Okay.
Yeah, your proficiency bonus has just gone up to 3. I'll handle all your leveling shit up off camera.
All
And we'll talk about, maybe do a DM review that covers that.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
Night of the Crack was not as bloody as I had hoped.
No.
Shout outs to Drunkens and Dragons. Drunkens and Dragons, the author of that channel, whose name I don't recall, but if you liked Night of the Crack, you should check him out.
Ooh.
Night of the Crack was his idea. I think it's fucking brilliant.
It's a good night.
Yeah, it's good. Night of the Crack went pretty well, actually, for you guys. You want to loot the dead wizard who got thrown halfway across the... you want to loot her and look through her shit?
Yeah,
and,
definitely. What is it?
You go over there and you go digging through her stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend a little time going through her crap.
Mm-hmm.
You find 37 gold pieces.
37 gold pieces.
37 gold pieces.
Okay.
You find a strange looking bag in there that I could show you a picture of it, but you wouldn't recognize it. You've never seen a bag like this before. You kind of get the sense when you grab it that it is not an ordinary bag, that there's something magical about it.
Okay.
There's also there's a coin in a little it's a little, I'm sorry, this is a little envelope. There's a small envelope. It looks barely large enough to hold a coin. Do you want to open the envelope? Please say yes. Okay, thank you, because I had already did that, basically.
Yeah.
You open the envelope. Inside, there's a coin and a little set of instructions.
Huh.
Do you want to read the instructions?
Yes, please.
You open up the card, and it says, "Congratulations, owner of the Coin of Guidance. This is a magic coin. When you flip this coin and ask any yes or no question, the coin has a 50% chance of giving you the correct answer."
That doesn't mean anything. 50% didn't tell me anything.
There you go. It's the Coin of Guidance.
Okay.
So you take all this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
There's also a potion of healing.
Okay. Potion of healing.
Yeah,
Okay.
in a little belt around it. This seems like standard. Everybody's got a potion of healing, right?
Yeah.
Who would wander these crazy lands without a potion of healing? I mean, these are dangerous places where cracks open in the middle of the road and all kinds of other crap like that happens. Your team gets back on the road, right? I assume you're going to get back on the road?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And you get back on the road, and there's still another 40 minutes or so of daylight left.
Yeah.
I guess we're wrapping it up real quick here. There's still another 40 minutes of daylight left. You travel the rest of the way.
Right.
You actually you think about stopping at the way in, but it's closed actually as you pass there. However, you soon Ziling is taking a nap, but Van Hammer says, "Oh, I see it. There's the road, the turnoff. If we turn off here to the right, this small sort of obscured path leads to Tommy Tonic's."
Okay, good. And then maybe we stop on the side and take a break. Oh no, we are going to
head off to Tommy. Yeah, just down this road, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you head off down that road.
Yeah.
Okay, you head off down the road, and in a very short order, you find yourself outside on the road outside Tommy Tonic's. You're and your adventurers a long, long road from Barovia, getting back to your home base at Tommy Tonic's. Ziling has been resting in back. I'm sorry, actually, I'm gonna have you guys coming this way. And you recognize it as you approach. Van Hammer says, "Home at last," or home base at least, something like that.
Yeah.
And at least we've made it back this far.
Cool. Finally.
Yes.
Finally. Yeah.
And the sun sets, and we pause right there.
Okay, good.
And the credits roll, and they say, "Stay tuned for the next season of." I think it's like a season closer, right?
Yes.
That kind of, it was like a season closer.
Yeah.
Because you were all stuck in Barovia for weeks and crap like that. So.
Yes, of course.
And you're back at Tommy Tonic's, so this is where we will be next time.
Yeah. Okay. This is for our mind, right?
Oh yeah, all the black ones are yours.
Okay, good.
So I'll say again, shout outs to Drunkens and Dragons. Check them out at youtube.com. Drunkens and Dragons, if you don't already know, way cool. DMer type channel, got a lot of cool tips for D&D people. Also wanted to shout outs to this copy of the original Forgotten Realms maps in the box set, which we found at a used bookstore, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty cheap. It was like $9 or something.
Yeah.
The original box set with all the original maps in it is just gorgeous. Maybe I'll do a DM behind the scenes.
Yeah, we can do a DM.
Eventually, we'll show the
right.
cool
The
shit. Yeah. So awesome! Thanks for tuning in, Replay Traffic and viewers. If we ever have any, maybe eventually someday we'll start tracking the chat.
Yeah.
And, oh, I did want to. Maybe people, if viewers wondered, they might wonder where this map came from. This is actually the folio map from Temple of Karavakos. I think it's a 3.5 edition campaign module that I ran across, and I just like the maps. So I haven't used the module because it's for level 10 characters. Yeah, and you're like just made 5, right?
Right.
So yeah, maybe in level 10 we'll go through that module, but right now it would kill you. But the maps are pretty, right? They're nice. I think they're really nice. And if you recall, I actually used this one for the basement of the Death House.
Yeah.
Instead of the Death House map. I just thought it was cooler. So, and the Shambling Mound came out of here. So, anyways. All right.
Okay.
So, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Give a
Thank
sign
you.
off?
Thank you.